Hello everyone. My name is Vikas Agrawal. I'm the founder of AIF and PMS Experts India. So it's again very special day because we've invited Mr. Nishid Shah from Phillip Capital today. So we want to have a detailed discussion with him, and we'll try and understand more from him in terms of what is his views on the markets. But before we come to that, today we thought we'll have a detailed discussion in terms of understanding more about Phillip Capital. So Nishit has over 15 years experience in the area of investments, and he's the portfolio manager and continues to head the portfolio management team at Phillip Capital. Nishit, I was just going through your profile and I looked at that you've done your triple graduate in finance. So just wanted to know more about it. If you could just share some lights on that.
Okay, thanks a lot, Vikas, for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so yeah, of course, Vikas has spoken a little bit about myself. So yeah, that way, of course, I'm a triple graduate, wherein I've done my graduation and post graduation. Okay, I specialize in finance and management, and I've got more than 15 years of experience into equity markets. Yeah, I work both on buy side and sell side. So fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, but I know how both the sides work, and I've been at Phillip Capital for now almost close to 5 years. I've been heading the PMS desk, and I would say that we have done a decent job of it, kind of a thing. Yeah.
So, Sushil, how was your experience working with large organization like Motilal Oswal? And then you also spent a good amount of time with Sushil Finance. So, if you could give us more understanding about that.
Yeah. So, of course, I started my career with Sushil Finance, which is a mid-sized broking house. It is one of the oldest broking houses, kind of a thing. Okay. So therein I learned my ropes. Yeah, I started my career into retail division, then HNI, then institutional, and of course I also worked with them on the PMS side of it. Motilal Oswal, of course, I was on the PMS desk, kind of thing. Yeah, of course, large organizations have worked very differently, kind of thing. But of course, when I was at Motilal Oswal, especially the PMS desk was worth maybe close around 500, 600 odd crores. Today, of course, they have been become, in fact, the largest, one of the largest providers as well.
Sure. So at Phillip Capital, you're a part of the core team, and you head the portfolio management service department. So how has been your experience? A and B is if you could share more lights or give us more sense in terms of how the organization is structured in India, and what are you looking at going ahead in terms of expansion?
Sure. So of course, I had the PMS desk out at Phillip Capital. I joined them in 2016, early 2016, and of course, it's been a great ride till now. Yeah. So that way, just to give you a perspective about Phillip Capital, that way we're a very large global company. Yeah, we are spread across 15 countries globally. We are headquartered out of Singapore. Yeah, and in that region, of course, we are very large. Here in India also, we are very big, but we are mainly present on the institutional side of the business and HNI side of the business. Yeah. So these are the basically a two set of clients. So we are not into retails kind of a business. Yeah. We generally, as I told you, we generally deal with institutions. So when I talk about institutional clients, I'm talking about large FIIs, hedge funds, sovereign wealth funds, all domestic fund houses, yeah, mutual funds, insurance companies. Those are our clients. And again in HNI, we service most of the clients. Yeah. So here in India, it is more of a research-driven organization that we have. Okay, the Phillip Capital in total has close to around 20 to 25 research analysts. Yeah, each one looking at different sectors, kind of thing, and each one highly regarded and rated in their particular industry. Okay? So that is the backbone of the entire company, the research. Yeah, because when you're serving this two set of clients, they're also very demanding in nature. Yeah, so and that is why we are very well regarded for providing the latest kind of research. Yeah, the ground level research that we do, that is what we are very well known.
Okay, yeah. So coming back to particularly the asset management business of Phillip Capital in India. So how big is your team, and how do you get the research from internally and externally, and how do you manage the client's portfolio?
Sure. So of course, as I told you earlier, that we started a PMS business out here in India in 2016 formally. Okay, and currently we have a team of around 6 to 7 people. Okay, so of course few of them are on the research side. Yeah, kind of thing, and we tend to do a lot of ground level research. Okay, And one thing we also understand is research is no big rocket science. We try to keep it very simple. We first of all we filter out a lot of stocks. We don't invest into many of the industries. Okay, just to give you a flavor, yeah, we don't invest into PSUs. Okay, no airlines, no hotels, no cyclical businesses, no high debt companies, no bad managements. Yeah, no sugar kind. Yeah, so we filter out a lot of companies. Out of 5,000 companies, based on the filters, the filters also that we use, like the minimum promoter holding should be this much, this should be the return ratios. So we are left with only 100 to 200 odd companies, yeah, 100, 150 odd companies. Then based on our research and everything, yeah, of course, we do take assistance from our institutional research desk, but of course, a couple of other external brokers also services. But at the same time, we ourselves do a lot of research before we invest into any of the stock.
All right. In the asset management business, is there any defined investment philosophy which you follow, or you get any kind of insights from your global hands, or you whatever decision that you take as far as portfolio is concerned is all local?
So see, one thing that we clearly understand is, yeah, see, since we are in the PMS business and the minimum ticket size is rupees 50 lakhs. Okay, so it's a very serious business. Okay, and we take it as a kind of a very serious job. Okay, so that, yeah, it's not. So suppose it is not like that you buy a lottery, 100 rupees, 500 rupees. If you win it, you win it. Otherwise, so this is big amounts that we are talking about in PMS. Yeah, so we take it as a personal responsibility, and the first thing that across, yeah, we don't do any kind of speculation or trading activity. Buy today, sell tomorrow, buy today, sell after 2 months, 3 months. That is not the philosophy. The philosophy, if I have to put it into two simple sentences, is hold on to your winners for longest possible period of time, sell your losers immediately. So that is the philosophy that we follow, kind of a thing. Yeah, and yeah, so in a nutshell, that is what we do.
Yeah. The other thing, as far as Philip Capital is concerned, I'm also aware about it. In fact, based on my discussion with your team, that you try and work more closely with investors in the end. So what is the mantra behind it?
Yeah. So see, what we understand is that the client is, see, mutual funds also great product. Okay. But why a client is looking to invest into PMS is because he is looking for customization and hand holding. Okay. But if we are not able to provide them that, yeah, then it does not make sense. Then, yeah, mutual funds are also a very good product in that way. So what we try to do firstly, that we try to create a customized portfolio for each of our clients. Okay. Of course, this will lead to a lot of work for us, but that is why the client is coming to PMS in the first place. But if you are not able to provide him that, then it does not make any sense. The second thing is, as I was telling you, it's a big responsibility. Okay, and see, when a client invests into a mutual funds, if they don't know who the fund manager is, okay, or even if they know his name, if they have not met him, that is fine. Yeah, but in PMS, it's a more of a boutique kind of a product. Okay, so that is why I, as a fund manager, would have met all my clients. Okay, we all, after starting, it's not that we forget the clients kind of thing. We are in constant touch with them as well. Okay, I, as a fund manager, would talk to them maybe once in 3 4 months. They can, maybe some of them, they keep sending in the queries and all those things. So we discuss whatever is a good performance, bad performance. Yeah, if they have any queries on stock, so we are always there, kind of thing. So as such, we don't have a pure marketing team in for our PMS, because that is, we feel that that is not the way that we want to grow, kind of thing. So we are, so whomsoever is in touch with the client is part of the fund management team. So whenever we are talking to the clients, we are talking sense. Okay, we are not trying to push them the product. We try to explain them the investment strategy. We tell them that we'll take around 3 to 4 months or maybe 6 months to construct the portfolio as well, kind of thing. So what we understand is, see, in equity markets, client expectation management is also very important. Okay, let's take the recent example, January, February, when markets were doing very well. Okay, in 2020, clients wanted to invest more. Okay, in March, when market was down 30 40%, we got back to clients. Okay, you wanted to invest more. They said no, this is not the time. So client expectation management is also very much important. Yeah, when they need to invest more, when they need to kind of stay on the fence. So that is constantly we keep the client always in the loop.
Sure, well said. In fact, we as an organization, we also follow the similar school of thought, wherein we
Sure.
believe that
That's great.
the name, as the name clearly indicates, it's portfolio management services. And I've spent about 20 years in the industry, and what I've realized is that there is a huge gap between what investor thinks and what their manager thinks. You know, and therefore we also play an important role in terms of bridging the gap. So we try and ensure that we organize these kind of knowledge-based series, and we call it Ask the Expert. So basically, the Ask the Expert show is nothing but inviting domain experts like you, and also try and bridge the gap by taking insights from you, because you are the people who are actually tracking the market in and out, doing the ground level research, and then sharing it in turn back with the investors, because at times investors need somebody to handhold. They need, because they don't have any sort of mechanism to track markets on a day-to-day basis. So the very definition of portfolio management services is more to do with customizing the portfolio, understanding the requirements of the client, managing the behavior of the client, especially when it is a much needed time, like May or June, when you mentioned that markets fell down by 25-30% and client didn't know what is to be done. And there are many clients from the mutual fund side who kind of just went and sold their units and then realized that they made a big mistake. So I think a remarkable job done at your end, and many
Sure.
congratulations. I think
Yeah.
I would say that it's a great job that you all are doing at Philip Capital.
Of course, we try our level best kind of thing. Yeah.
The other thing which I wanted to know is, markets have now rallied to an extent of 49-50 thousand level, Sensex level. So is this the good time to start with your multi-cap portfolio, multi-asset portfolio, or how do you position the multi-asset offering?
Sure. Okay. So of course, market has ran up kind of thing from the, if you see from the lows of March, we are almost close to around 70-80% plus from those levels. Yeah. As far as markets are concerned, we are positive from year on as well. Okay. Of course, we'll get those volatilities. I was just looking at how the markets behaved from 2004 to 2008. Yeah, when we had seen a big bull run. During those period also, we had seen almost around 4 to 5 corrections of around 15% to 20 odd percent. Yeah. So in a bull run also, if you get 10-15% kind of corrections, I would say it is a good, healthy correction kind of thing. Okay. So that volatility can always be expected. Yeah. So from here on, we are confident for the markets for next at least 3 to 4 years. We see a good kind of an uptick. Yeah. As far as your questions about Philip multi-asset portfolio is concerned, yeah, it's a very unique product. Okay. So I generally tell all my clients or prospects, see, it is a product ideally suited for people who are generally investing into fixed income. Okay. But because of the lower interest rate regime currently, they are not happy with the return. Okay. So they want to make a switch to equity. Yeah, because the returns that are there in fixed income, they're not happy with it. Yeah, but at the same time, the volatility and the drawdowns that an equity market offers, they're a little bit scared of that. Okay. So this product is ideally suited for investors like that. Okay, who want to take the plunge into equities, but they're scared of the kind of correction that might come in or something. Okay, so this product is one, it is suited for them. The second kind of investors that this product is suited for is that who feel, oh, market has ran up too much. Okay, how can I invest fresh funds into it? So that is the second kind of investors that is suited. The third kind of investor that is suited is that who are generally, they don't know how to diversify. Okay, kind of thing. So then this product is ideally suited for them. Okay, so just to give you a flavor of what we do under this strategy is, we basically invest into 4 asset classes. Okay, we invest into gold, we invest into international equities, we invest into debt product. Okay, and then of course we invest into Indian equities. Okay, across all these 4 asset classes, we invest into an ETF. Okay, so we invest into gold ETF and international ETF. So that is how we invest. Okay. The allocation to gold, uh, debt, and international equity static in nature. Okay, the rest 50% of the allocation which is towards Indian equity, that is dynamic in nature. We have developed our own in-house algos which gives us a buy signal and a sell signal. So what we found out when we diversify the portfolio this way and we manage the Indian equity portion in a dynamic way, the drawdowns and the volatility, yeah, comes down drastically. Of course, your returns also would come down, yeah, because your 50% of your portfolio is invested into gold, international equity, and debt, but your drawdowns and volatility also come down. Yeah, so that is why this product, as I told you, first it is suited for people who are not happy with the FD returns and they're looking at for something additional kind of.
Yeah. So when you say equities, is this direct equities or it is again in the form of mutual funds?
We as I told you, the instruments that we use in this particular strategy as of now, everything is ETF based. So what we invest into is into Nifty ETF and Nifty Next ETF. Yeah, so the cost is as such it is down in ETF, and of course we invest into direct plans. So again, the cost is further down.
Yeah. Could you please throw some more lights on your algo which you follow, which is
Okay, so
in-house?
see the algorithm that we have developed, yeah. So basically, it gives us a buy signal and a sell signal. Okay, when should we invest the 50% of the portfolio? When should we invest into equities, and when should we exit? So this algo is basically based on three parameters. Okay, one is technical parameters. The second is momentum based parameters, and the third one is the fundamental based parameters. Okay, so we take certain all of this kind of into consideration, and we have developed an algorithm. So just to give you a flavor kind of thing, yeah. So in February, around 15th or 20th of February, yeah, 2020, this particular algorithm gave us a sell signal that we need to come out of the Indian equity portion. Okay. See, whenever we sell, it is not that the money is kept idle. We invest into liquid funds. Okay. So we sold off it. Yeah. And it again gave us a buy signal at around third or fourth week of April. Yeah. That it said that, okay, now it's the time back to invest back into the equity, Indian equity market. So what we did, yeah, we avoided the entire big fall that was there in March. Yeah, the huge fall that we had seen, also almost 40-45% in March, we avoided. Of course, in April, the first 2 weeks when the market started going up, we missed out on the first 5, 7, 10% kind of a thing. But that's okay. No one can capture the top. No one can capture the bottom kind of thing. Okay. So, but then it again gave us a buy signal, and that is how kind of. So that is how we get down. See, the volatility and drawdowns are been broken down by two things. One, of course, by diversification. When you are itself diversifying into gold, international, and equity, your drawdowns and volatility are coming down. But the main thing, the main reason of the big drawdowns are the volatility that an Indian equity market gets. So this particular strategy, this particular algo helps us to again get those drawdowns and volatility in a big way.
The other interesting thing I was looking at is you also manage Sharia portfolio. So firstly, what makes you to manage that? If you could
Yeah.
give me a
So
background
yeah.
about it, and then how do you manage it? And it
Okay.
is meant
So,
for
yeah. So see again, so as I told you at the start that we are present across 15 countries. Okay. So we have an office in Dubai since almost now last 10 to 12 years. Okay. So we are one of the only, or maybe one of the very few brokers who have a constant presence in Dubai since a long period of time. So because of our office out there, we had a certain kind of a demand for Sharia compliant portfolios. Okay. So that is where we launched Philip Ethical India portfolio. So see again, I am no expert on Muslim laws, yeah, and it's a something very religious. So what out here we have done is we are tied up with world-renowned Sharia scholars. Okay. So they give us a universe of Sharia compliance stocks, and you'd be surprised there are more than 800, 700, 800 Sharia compliance stocks in India. Okay. So they give us a universe of those stocks, and then based on a fund management capability, we select stocks within that. Okay. So it's as such, it is very simple for us. Okay, what we tell clients is that we'll invest into Sharia compliant stocks. See, Sharia investments includes many other things like coaching and all those things, so which we are not into. So what we tell clients that we'll do investments into only into Sharia compliant stocks. Again, we have relied on Sharia scholars to tell us what is Sharia and what not is Sharia. Yeah. So this particular strategy was also launched in 2017, and it's been doing decently well.
sure. So before we conclude the call, so what's your views on the markets?
Okay. So yeah, as I told in the earlier phase, see, I'm very confident from your on as well for the markets to do well. Yeah, I basically feel that we are in a bull bull market kind of a scenario for next 3 to 5 years. Okay. But at the same time, we also need to be ready for a correction. Yeah. As I told you, between 2004 and 2008, we have seen big corrections happening as well. Okay. 10%, 15%. The idea is to stay invested into quality stocks, yeah, and stay invested in them for a long period of time. Okay. See, since last 2 months, you would have seen that a lot many stocks have also started moving up. Okay. I would say गधे घोड़े दोनों भाग रहे हैं. Yeah, since last 2-3 months, if you have seen, you name a stock, and you actually did not require a fund manager for last 2-3 months.
True,
Okay?
true.
But because everything, but I would say please kind of please look at the history. Yeah, you would tend to get stuck in all this kind of stocks. Please don't invest into penny stocks. Stay invested into good quality stocks. Yeah, and stay invested in them for a long period of time. Maybe next 3 months, 6 months, you would not see such a big returns what you would have seen maybe in last years in this quality stocks. But given next 3 to 5 years, you will continue to make good amount of returns on this particular stock. And because, of course, I understand that we would be ending as well. So I would also like to put a disclaimer. Please, there's no assurance or guarantee of return under any of our strategies. Yeah. So please read our disclaimer. Please go through our disclosure document if and when if you decide to invest with us. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. All right, Nishid. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming on
Thanks.
the show, and it was pleasure in knowing you and interacting with you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Vikas. Yeah. And yeah, wish you guys all the luck, and please stay safe and healthy, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Give my regards to entire Philip Capital Team India.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Thanks a lot.